Let's get one thing straight. I'm probably not going to reach my peak as a man for another 10 plus years. I'm already doing pretty well for myself right now. Think about it. In another 10 years, I'm going to have more muscle. Probably going to look more attractive, right? My looks are still coming out. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel more secure. Money's going to be right. Secure. I'm going to be even more financially secure than I am now. A lot of people don't like playing the long game, but I do. And it took me a very I want to get this straight. It took me a very long time to get to this point. I was not like this 10 years ago. I was very impatient. I wanted things overnight. And I'm sure you guys can relate if you're a little bit younger. You know, it's very, very hard to play the long game, but it's necessary. Things work out in time. If you keep applying yourself, if you keep like doing things, if you keep pursuing that business, if you keep investing or whatever you do, if you keep and get your money right, you know what I mean? If you're continuously hitting the gym like you know you should be, um, it makes it very difficult not to win, right? It makes it very difficult not for you to um, get the life that you want. And it took me so long to like figure that out. I don't know why it took me so long. I guess maturity comes with age, and you learn lessons along the way. But I really want to stress that, like, playing the long game with everything is so much better. It's so much better than getting all stressed out because you didn't make it this week. You didn't make it overnight. You know what I mean? I really hope you guys. I really hope you guys can relate with this and let this like absorb this. This is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. And we're all human beings. I'm no exception. I'm still working on things, right? I'm always working on things. But this is one that is one of those things where it's like, dude, I just wish I would have played the long game 10 years ago instead of getting bent out of shape and, because things aren't happening as quickly as I want them. These things take time. I didn't do 225. I didn't lift 225. I didn't bench press 225 for months. Months. I honestly, I couldn't tell you how long it actually took. It's, I would probably say a year and a half. I would probably say a year and a half. And I was already a pretty decent sized guy before I really started applying myself. And now, like, right now, I have like a decent little six pack, and this is the year I'm gonna really, really lean out and look my best, my very best. But it took me 3 plus years. We're probably talking like 3.5 years it took me, you know? So, like, I just don't know why people, I mean, especially like when you're starting a business or, um, I mean, this goes for a lot of different things, right? But I think that people get it wrong. People get it wrong. Um, Playing the long game with everything, it tends to work out. It really does. I mean, a multi-million dollar business is not made overnight. Think about that, right? So that's just something to think about. I thought I would, kind of produce a video for you guys today on that. That's been kind of on my mind lately. And I really hope, a lot of you guys can relate and absorb some of this. Coming from a young man that's almost 30 years old, I've been there. I've done that. I'm talking from experience. So just like to kind of recap on everything, yeah, the world is changing, right? The world is changing. Everyone is super. They want things overnight. Social media is running rampant, right? Never be. I'm never worried about like there's my everyday stress. There's my normal stress. There's some things that I should be stressing about, but I'm willing to play the long game. Men have it a little bit different, in case you haven't noticed. You know, men in their like mid 30s, late 30s are really starting to like build um they're really like they're up there, right? Their security, their financial security, their status is continuing to go up. That's why at 29 years old, I'm not worried about stuff like that because I'm playing the long game. Cool? Awesome. And I'm speaking from experience. In another 10 years, I'm going to be even better than I am now. I'm not going to be reaching my peak for another 10 plus years, right? As long as you're taking care of your body, as long as you're eating right, as long as you're taking care of your stress levels and applying yourself in the areas that you know you need to, right? You need to ask yourself these questions. Am I going to live like this, right? All throughout my 20s and 30s, and then kind of be screwed in my 40s and 50s and 60s? Or am I going to take the time to really apply myself while I'm young, consistently, and be in a much better situation in your 40s and 50s and 60s? All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope that was helpful. And again, I said this in the last video. I'll probably just make it a habit, but go ahead and put down below where you guys are from. I'm from New England, right? New Hampshire. And I really hope this is helpful. A like, comment, and subscription, like subscribing, is definitely helpful. I would appreciate that, just so I can kind of get this content really out there. It does help the algorithm. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day.